Hello everyone, welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Rainbow.
And I like subway stations.
Ooh, do you mean the food?
No, the MRT, the underground, the tube, the metro, those trains that take us underground.
The MRT,
all around the city. I think they're very interesting. I think every country has a unique, or every city has a unique kind of feel and look to it. I kind of think they're interesting, but they are also places that it's very easy to get lost in.
Yeah.
I still get lost in some of the stations in Taipei.
Yeah.
They changed some of them too, right?
They did. There's a lot of different lines now.
The way you used to go to the red line is now the orange line, and the blue line is now the green line. And I get a little bit confused.
Me too.
Which is why it's good to know how to ask for directions at a subway station. Like a department store, which we looked at yesterday, they will have those big maps.
Yeah, and there are signs in the station.
And there are signs. You can even download maps for each station. But with levels and passages and different hallways, going places, those maps can be confusing, like in the department store, in a hospital or something. So knowing how to ask for directions, or in this case, I think for a lot of people watching, knowing how to give directions for when all those tourists.
People are asking you.
That's right. Lots of tourists will be coming back to Taiwan, Kaohsiung. I think they're building a subway in Taichung too, right? So knowing how to do this and helping people out will be good for you and good for them. So let's look at part C of asking for directions at a subway station. And no, we won't be eating a 12-inch sandwich.
No food in the subway.
No subway like that, no. Janet is talking to a subway agent at a station booth.
Hi, I need some help. Can you give me directions to ABC Park?
No problem. You can take either the red line or the green line.
All right, we are down underground at a subway station. And this is not the sandwich subway.
No, this is the subway that we talked about in the introduction, which is the metro, the MRT, the place you go. Sometimes the place you go to go places. So this is the transportation system. And sometimes it is underground. Usually when we talk about the word subway, we're talking about something underground, but in places like Taipei, the metro, sometimes you can be above ground, like the red line and things like that. But this is not the capitalized subway, not the sandwich. It is the place where the trains are going to take you places. So we call that the subway system. And that train is called the subway. And to take the subway means to use that system to go places. Okay, so let's get started. Janet is our main character today. Janet is talking to a subway agent at a station booth. So this is the person that works inside of the station.
And we see there that Janet is getting help from an agent who works in this subway station. Now, an agent is basically a worker. We could say a subway worker as a person who works there, but agent is maybe a better term for someone who works for a big company and their job is working with customers, working with people. They're not making things or anything like that. They're helping people solve problems, finding solutions to things that happen. And often we do use this word to talk about people who work for companies or work in places like train stations and airports. They work for train companies, airlines, things like that. You buy your ticket from a ticket agent. You might give it to someone who works in another part of the airport as another type of agent working with customers, helping with problems, and giving them solutions. And this agent is working in their own little box.
Yes, and that little box
their own little room
is called a booth. Yeah. So if you're in Taipei, you can go to the booth, which is right beside the part where you beep the card, and there's a little booth on the side. So if there's a problem with the entry, if you need some help with the coin or adding money into your card, you can go to the little booth. And a booth is a small place where somebody works. Now,
It's a
small room with a glass room usually, or sometimes there's no glass if the booth is somewhere else. But in the subway, there's a glass room where people have some kind of machines. They deal with computers and information, and the agent is there because that's where you can find them if you need any help.
That's right. If you buy your ticket for a movie or a play at a theater.
Yes.
You might go to the ticket booth.
Yes,
That's what they
that's
call
right.
it. Or that person you give your ticket to or pay your money to in a big parking lot. They might work in a booth, right? Because they don't want
They
to
just sit there.
smell the cars and sit in the hot air. So they give them a room, it keeps them safe, keeps them protected, and allows you to do your business very easily. You know where to go to the booth and get help there. So Janet begins the dialogue and she's a bit lost.
Hi, I need some help. Can you give me directions to ABC Park?
Okay, ABC Park. Sounds like it might be a pretty big, important place in the city, and the agent seems to have no problem with that. So the agent says, no problem. In other words, yes, I can definitely do that. That's easy. It's not like, oh, ABC Park, oh, I don't know. No, this agent knows that place. No problem. And actually gives her some options. You can take either the red line or the green line.
Okay.
And the agent might be pointing at something using a map, or else anyone who looks at the map will be easily able to find these lines on the map. When we talk about a line in this situation, it's basically the tracks. These are where the trains run, and they dig under the city in big tunnels, and that is a line. But the way they organize it to make it easy for people is they often give these tracks or these parts of the network, the system, a color, a name, a number, a letter, something like that. So if you look at the map of the Taipei system, and I think the Kaohsiung system is very similar.
Very colorful lines.
Yeah, you see these lines, and you know that if you get on the red line, you'll go through these stations. But if you want to go to another line, you'll have to change lines. And, you know, if you go to Taipei Main Station, you can change lines. So that's basically just changing the tracks in the system because, of course, all the tracks have to go in different places. And to get where you want, you might have to take a few different lines. So once she gets all that sorted out, she should be well on her way. And we're well on our way in the dialogue, so let's take a break.
Which one will take me to the north of the park?
The green line. You can get off at the ABC Park North or Old Tree stops.
Great. Now, which way is the green line?
Go through those gates and go down the stairs on your right.
Is that all?
No. Then follow the walkway to platform 2.
All right, so Janet is trying to find her way around the city by subway. She's trying to get to ABC Park, and the station agent, the subway agent, is going to help her find how to get there.
Okay, so Janet says, which line, which one will take me to the north of the park? So I have this direction that I'm trying to go to. I guess because the park is quite big. So it's which line? Because, you know, often you get out from different sides of a big park if you get out from different lines. So that's a good question to ask.
It is kind of a good question, yeah, absolutely. She might be able to see on the map that this park is big, and of course the agent had told her, I think it was the green and the red line.
Yeah, that's
get her
right.
there. But I don't want to walk all the way across the park. I know where I'm going to the north. Which one will be closest to that place? I guess if you were kind of going to the Taipei 101 area here in Taipei, right? You can go on the blue line, which is kind of in the north part, or the red line, which is down closer to Taipei 101. And you don't really want to have to walk the whole distance. Anyway, so which one will get me to the closest to where I want to go? And the agent says, oh, the green line. He knows, or she knows, that this is the one that gets you to the north of the park. And then she goes on to say, or he goes on to say, you can get off at the ABC Park North or Old Tree stops. Wow, those are two stops. This sounds like a really big park.
It's called Old Tree.
Yeah, and when we say a stop, that's basically a station. The train will stop at each station. The doors will open. People will get on and off. You could say at the new park or ABC Park and Old Tree stations, but often for subways or MRTs, this type of thing, we say a stop because, you know, the train will stop at almost every single station, so that's just another way of saying a station.
Janet says, great. Now, which way is the green line? So she's decided she knows where she wants to go, and she wants to go there right now, so she's asking where it is.
Oh, so she must be in one of those big stations where the lines cross. She has a lot of options. She could go to the red line, maybe the yellow line goes through there, who knows, but she wants to get down to the right place in order to catch the right train. So the agent explains, probably by pointing, go through those gates and go down the stairs on your right. So the gates probably are where you pay, and then follow the stairs, go down the stairs, and that will get you down to the platform, the place where you stand and wait for the next train to come along.
Right, so when we talk about the gate, we're talking about these doors that go like this, beep, 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 and then you can go through. So the gate is a place that guards between one place and another. And many places have gates. If you have a house with a gate, that could be a very big house, and sometimes you have a yard and there are some dogs there, and then there's a gate to keep the dogs inside or keep other people out. So we have this idea of protection, keeping somebody in, keeping somebody out. And usually gates have these two doors. So now if you're in the subway, there are gates where you can pay. There are also sometimes gates where the train is. So for example, in Hong Kong, in order to get there, there's another glass gate that you have to go, that opens up before you get into the train, and that's for the purpose of safety.
Yeah, and you're paying, you're showing your ticket in a train station. We'd use the same thing probably in an airport. They'll tell you your plane leaves from gate 42. That's the place you go. They might not actually have like a door there, but there will be people there checking your passport and that kind of thing. So you're right, it kind of keeps people in, keeps people out, and lets people know which is the right exit or entrance to where they want to be. And this all sounds very easy to Janet, right? Like, really? That's it? That's all I have to do?
Actually, no, the agent has some more details.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Go through those gates and go down the stairs on your right. So there you go. Yeah, so the stairs, that's what we're talking about here. Stairs, of course, are ways of going up one floor or down one floor, but in this case, you have to use your own muscles. We're not talking about an escalator, those things that move. We're not talking about the elevator, that box that just lifts you up and down. No, the stairs are the one where you actually have to climb with your own legs, and oh, I'm so tired, and oh, we gotta go so far. Often the stairs in an MRT station.
There's a lot of them.
There can be quite a few, but in this case, if you're just in the station going down one floor, maybe not so many. Many places there will be an escalator, that's the moving stairs, but stairs, that's the simple old-fashioned one. It's like a little floor and it goes up like this and up like this, and you walk and lift yourself or go down, up or down the stairs as you want.
So Janet remembers the
Yes,
directions, but
right.
she also says, is that all? Is that how I get there? Is there something else?
Yeah, it doesn't sound too complicated to her, but she just wants to make sure that that is all the information, right? But the agent says, no, that's not all.
Oh, gosh.
There's more. Then follow the walkway to platform 2. So that will probably just be a short place that she'll have to walk to the platform where she will be waiting for the train.
Exactly, and the platform is the place where the train arrives. We call them, sometimes it's platform 1, platform 2, platform A, platform B, and you'll see signs at the train station or the metro station of what train is taking off at which platform, and you often hear them say, platform 1 is going to this direction, platform 2 is going to that direction. So that's just the place where the train is and the place where you stand before you get on the train. We call that the platform where you can wait.
Yeah, also for a train, right? A big train. If you're going from one city to another, and one of those trains, we'd also talk about platform A, platform B, that kind of thing. The place you wait for the train to arrive. All right, guys, well, that's it. We hope Janet gets off to ABC Park and does whatever she wants to do, and we hope you guys never, ever get lost ever again because of the wonderful stuff we've given you over the past 3 days. Until then, take care. Bye-bye, and happy traveling. Janet is talking to a subway agent at a station booth.
Hi, I need some help. Can you give me directions to ABC Park?
No problem. You can take either the red line or the green line.
Which one will take me to the north of the park?
The green line. You can get off at the ABC Park North or Old Tree stops.
Great. Now, which way is the green line?
Go through those gates and go down the stairs on your right.
Is that all?
No. Then follow the walkway to platform 2.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看一下这一课的重点单字。第一个 line 名词，指的是大众交通工具的路线。Can I take the red line to the zoo? 我可以搭红线去动物园吗
No, you can only take the brown line.
？Really? 第二个单字 stop 名词，车站。Can we meet up at the Old Town Stop? 我们可以在旧城站碰面吗？下一个单字 gate 名词，地铁站的闸门。The gate won't open if you're using a damaged Easy Card. 如果你使用损坏的悠游卡，闸门就不会打开了。Damaged 在这里指的是损坏的。下一个单字 stairs 名词，楼梯。当这个意思用时，我们习惯用复数哦。Go up the stairs and you will see Mr. Lin's office on the left. 走上楼，你会看见林先生的办公室在左手边。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 either A or B，A 或是 B， 不是 A 就是 B。当我们把 either 跟 or 合用的时候，它是一个对等连接词，表示不是就是的意思。这个用法呢，用于我们要选择一个东西的时候。而且这两个的词性要一致哦。我们来看看这个句子。假如你要跟朋友去看电影，电影时间刚好在晚上6点，这个很尴尬的时间，到底该不该先吃晚餐呢？你就可以这样跟朋友讨论。We can either eat something now or have dinner after the movie. 我们可以现在吃点东西，或是看完电影后再吃晚餐。下一个文法 ，which one 哪一个？ Which 在这里是一个疑问形容词，表示哪一个的。One 在这里是代名词，用来指称前面提过的东西。我们来看看这个句子 ：Which one do you want? The red bag or the green bag? 你想要哪一个呢？红色的包包还是绿色的包包呢？最后一个文法 ，get off 下车，它的相对说法就是 get on。我们来看看这个例句。Give me a call when you get off the train. 你下火车时打电话给我。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见喽，拜拜。
Hi, I'm Steven. I'm at the Hsinchu Zoo. I'm here to see the tiger brothers. You can see them up closely. Come on, don't be afraid. Bengal tigers are members of the cat family. They are orange and black. They like to eat meat. They usually look for food at night. They are good at swimming. They enjoy water on a hot day. I could stay here and watch them all day.
See you next time.